So, this is Camps in the Oracle, and as you can see, I am doing a special pop-up video. This reading will be, it was actually put on my heart to do this reading for Megan Thee Stallion. Her mom was speaking to me actually prior to the incident. And and I was kind of like, well, I don't want to make my channel be the channel that is just talking about celebrities and people doing tarot card readings for what's going on in celebrities' lives. Like, who is that really going to help? I want to do things that is helpful for people. And then her mama came to me again. She told me some very specific things. And my daughter just so happened to have been watching a live yesterday that Megan did, which was the first time she's spoken since the incident to my knowledge. And everything her mama said to me, Megan said in the video. And I was like, oh my goodness. So y'all, I want to say this to you. Being an oracle is not something that you choose. It is something that chooses you. Being an oracle, it sounds cute, but it's work, and you have to be really in tune with the spirit realm. And yes, there are imposter spirits. I believe in that, but I also know who I am. I know who I am. I know who my ancestors are, and I know what I was put here to do. And I was here to lead and guide. I was here to be a sacred rebel, I was here to be a starseed. I was here to be a weirdo. And so we're going to get into this reading. I don't know if she will ever see this. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to allow her mother to speak and put this energy out for her. And if this message is for her, I believe that it will make it to her. So yeah, I'm not doing this for clout. That's definitely not what this is. But let's just get into this, okay? I haven't even went and looked up her Megan's birthday, her real name, her mother's name, any of that. Right now, I'm just going into my heart, just allowing the energy of her mother, her essence to communicate through my gift. That's all this is. If this don't resonate with you, don't watch this. Some of you out there don't believe that this is okay, and that's okay. Don't watch it. Okay, so you told me that the bullets were not going to harm any of her bones. Like the night it happened. A few nights after it happened. And I was just like, yo, I'm tripping. And I have a tendency to do that. But you have made it clear. I have asked the pendulum, and I'm going to ask again before I even begin. And because I'm not in my ego, if you tell me not to do this, or that this is not you, I'm not going to do this. Is Megan Thee Stallion's mom communicating with me? Is the essence of her soul, able to speak through me today? Is Megan Thee Stallion's essence, her mother's essence, able to communicate a message for her today? This is a yes. I'm getting a yes. So I'm going forward. What do you want to say to her? What do you want to say to her? I'm a mother and a grandmother. And I know that relationship is a bond that extends past when we leave our physical body. And I almost feel like you were so happy that somebody coming with the right energy was willing to do this, What do you want to say to her? Her mama got a strong spirit. Oh, she got some strong energy. Oh, I know she missed her mama. Joy. I pulled the crystal opal, and this represents joy. And she's just like, I want my baby to have joy, real joy. Not the joy that the world offers, not the joy that people offer, but I want her to have real joy. And she says, my baby has not had joy since I left. And she says, but I want that to change. That has to change. I want her to find the joy that I did not experience. I want her to be willing to let things and people go who are blocking her from experiencing that sacred quietness within, because that's what joy is. She says, and to be honest with you, a lot of this happened because we are helping her from the other side to clear out some bullshit. She said, my baby's so sweet and she's so good-hearted, and, you know, she's really not bringing no negative energy to nobody for no reason. You know, you got to give her a reason. You piss her off now, she definitely about it, but she's not bringing that energy for no reason. She says, but sometimes things have to happen so that what's ahead that's much worse, that may rob her joy for eternity, don't happen. And that's what this was. She says this was just like the tap on the hand. And she's like, I'm not making it sound like being shot is not scary and traumatic and a lot to go through, but I just need her to know we was right there the whole time. And I'm gonna tell y'all, like, before I decided to go ahead and do this, because I was super nervous about doing this, I don't believe in speaking and saying that someone, ancestor, or even angels are communicating a message and is not. Like, that right there is the worst. So before I got on here, you know, I was just like, are you really wanting to, you know, put this message out into the world? Is this just for your daughter? And she was like, no, it's not just for her. She was like, but my daughter is on the front lines, you know, of this. She's been put in the spotlight. And, you know, and she was just like, so this is something that needs to happen because it's going to be a blessing to some people and not just her. Because a lot of people are in toxic relationships, in toxic situations. And I feel like if Megan saw this, she'll just be like, oh my goodness, like, that's my motherfucking mama. Because her spirit is so strong and she come through so strong. It don't even feel like she crossed over, to be honest with you. Like, she had a way of holding Megan where it would just make everything better, and Megan misses that. So the next card that I pulled is clear quartz for purification. This is confirmation that her life is being purified and cleansed. She knew she was destined for stardom, and her mama really supported her in that, but there was a big part of her mama that didn't want her to really, you know, it's like a double-edged sword kind of thing. And it's like, baby, I know that you are a star, but I also know what that can bring with it. So she's standing in the space, like, her mama, like, is the damn clear quartz tower, where she's just like, all that negative energy, that shit finna get cleaned out. And it does feel like her grandmother is there. I don't feel her dad coming through in this, you know, but I do feel the two matriarchal feminine warrior energies coming through in this. And yes, a purification is happening, a detox is happening, a cleansing is happening. Megan hadn't even tapped into yet what her soul is here to do. All of this has been happening, just been setting her up, you know what I'm saying? But what she really here to do, her mama and her grandmama is gonna help her do it. And I feel like it's coming through in dreams for her right now. Thank you for that. What other message do you have for her? And for anybody, her fans, people who resonate with this, people who just probably really put a lot of fear in them and upset them. And a lot of people in the religious world don't understand this connection that people have with celebrities like this, where, you know, it's just like, well, you don't know her personally, but as someone, as a spiritual truth seeker, I totally understand what it is. Because when we got bad news about Left Eye and Aaliyah, it felt like we got stabbed in the heart. And so, yeah, I think it's really small-minded to say because you don't know someone physically and personally that there is no spiritual connection. Because a lot of time those people music is like Megan's music make women feel empowered, which is why I got a segment here. You know what I'm saying? Megan's music supports the tearing down of the patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? It's like woman. It's like the divine feminine power. And it don't matter how it come through, to each his own. Some people might be like, well, it's kind of vulgar and this, but whatever, it needs to be said. She has the courage to say the shit that other people think, that other women been thinking. And we had our little Kim, she came out with some energy and we was like, whoa, we weren't used to that. So yeah, as the world is shifting and we're going to a new paradigm, this brave courageousness, this sensuality that women aren't afraid to express, and to express their love for lavishness and things and luxury and pleasure, like there's nothing wrong with that. And so yeah, it is really something that encourages a lot of young women and makes them feel better about themselves, makes them feel beautiful, like real talk. So yeah, even though her mama might have some feelings about it, she's definitely fully supporting her. Manifestation, Libyan Tektite goal. It's the next card. And with this, she's just like, baby, I want you to remember what I taught you, that your words are powerful. And that the things that you speak and the energy you put out comes back to you. You have a platform. You have the ability to speak the power of life and death in a tongue. What are you going to do with that power, baby? What are you going to manifest? Megan needed this time. She needed this pause. She needed this pause. What do you have to say to her now that she is home and she is healing? What should she focus on? Like, what would be the one thing from your perspective, from the perspective of someone who has went into the afterlife and left the limitlessness, the limitedness of the physical body that ages and it gets sick and it's in pain. You have left those limitations. You have a much higher perspective. Is there something you would like for her to begin doing? Ooh. Blue Kyanite, which represents letting go. This represents letting go. She would like for her to begin letting go. She says, baby, just let go. Stop holding on. She's specifically saying stop holding on to how and when I left and how people acted when I did and what everybody had to say about that. I want you to let that go. She's like, because we right here with you. We didn't go nowhere. So she's just like, and you don't have to feel like you got to go to war with people who are, not in agreement or are anti, feeling like they like the ops, like they're against you. She's like, you don't have to go to war with them. You light a candle and you talk to your mama and you talk to your grandmama, whatever resonates for you, and you say your prayers and you stay focused on what it is that you are here to do. You let that go, because you have allowed the whole world to not only see your greatness, but to see your weaknesses and your imperfections. And you seem like the most egotistical person in the world to some people who are just listening to your rap songs. But I know who you are, God know who you are, and you know who you are. And I need you to stay focused on that. It's some things that you are going to benefit from letting go of. And you're going to feel so much better when you let it go. Let it go. There are 3 specific people that she's pointing out to me who Megan really thought would be there that wasn't, and it broke her heart. It broke her heart, but she's like, but baby, I told you. It's like she's like her spirit guide, and she speaks to her. So these 3 people being cleansed. This is the letting go period. This is the purge. She wants her to create history, but she wanted to be, she want her to create her story, not his. And in order to do that, she has to let go of the old wounds. She has to release the people and release the trauma, because that is morphing her future into something that is not in alignment with who she is. Thank you. Okay, her grandmama. Her grandmama is very patient. And her grandmama's energy, she stood back and she let her mama did her thing. And she like, okay, baby, now let me say something. So her grandmother is wanting to communicate something. Ooh, I as a intuitive, an empath, and a medium, like I feel so much of what she's probably been feeling. Sometimes her grandma is making me feel like this is the conversation that she would have with her, which would be, baby, just because it's a lot of people around you don't mean that you're not alone. You can have a room full of people and still feel lonely. And her grandmama is making me feel that that's what she's been feeling. And she's just like, but we want you to shift your focus to the unseen. Shift your focus to the spiritual realm. We want you to learn about ancestors and how to give honor to us. We would like for you to learn how to experience when spirit is speaking to you, and to listen to your intuition in that small voice, because we are always with you and guiding you. So her grandmama, the kind of person where she okay, she's the kind of person where she wasn't scared of nothing, and she would encourage her to do what it is that she want to do, and she kept it real, and that's just who she was. She was just very solid. She was very consistent. Her grandmother was not a whole lot of different people. Some of us, we got multiple personalities. We be one person one day and another person another day. But her grandmama, she was just solid. She was just who she was every single day. And she's the one that wipes away her tears when she cries. So I pull 2 more cards that were inspired by her grandmother. One of these is the awakening crystal, which represents emotional healing. And the other crystal is tiger's eye, which represents courage. And her grandmother is saying, baby, you are emotionally healing some generational wounds, and you already have the courage that it requires to continue doing that. Ooh. That's heavy. So some of the things that she's experiencing is not just her experience. It's generational. She's clearing generational karma. She's definitely clearing generational karma. Generational curses. She's healing a lot of that. This is her spiritual awakening right here. Ooh. And they just like, she's just like, when you are born to be unique, when you are born to be different, when you are born to lead the pack and not follow in the footsteps of others, your experiences on that path at times may seem dramatic and extreme, and it's almost like Megan feel like, damn, y'all could just tell me to sit my ass down somewhere. Like, damn, I had to get shot in both of my feet. And they're like, that's a really small price to pay, baby, for what it is that you are being given. And so I want to share that word with other people too. I recognize that a lot of us are feeling the pressure. We're feeling the pressure of becoming awakened, meaning that you are accountable for everything that is in your life. And it can feel heavy at times, and it can feel like too much to keep going. And I just want to say to you, just that you are aware enough to be able to feel that pressure. Just for the fact that you are aware enough to even, you sitting and watching this video just points to an awareness, and it points to a consciousness that is something like the world hasn't seen in a really long time. And so I want to encourage all of you that in the emotional healing that we are being assisted to have, that the primordial divine feminine energy, just like segment as I have here, is very much with us. That Mayat, her presence is here. Mayat's presence brings energy of balance and harmony, you know, and that means it's cleansing of guilt, and it's cleansing of shame. And so I just want to encourage y'all to just keep going. Just stay focused on what it is that your heart feels drawn to be focused on. Shit can always get worse, but shit can always get better too. And so pick which side you want to be on. Do you want to be on the side of things getting better, or the side of things getting worse? And if you choose to be on the side of things that are getting better, you're going to start exchanging out the amount of time that you worry for prayer and meditation and just speaking good, and everything works out good for me. And it don't matter how bad this look, it's going to work out good for me. It always does. All is well. I don't walk by what I see. I walk by what I know. I walk by my faith. My heart is good. I might have did some messed up shit, but my heart is good. I have love in my heart, and I'm growing, and I'm aware of myself, and I'm willing to look at myself. You know, I'm willing to accept that, yeah, I made some bad decisions, and that led me here. With that comes emotional healing. With the ability to have the courage to face yourself and face whatever it is that's in your life right now, that is the biggest phase of emotional healing, is the acceptance of what is. Once you accept what is, you put your foot down and you decide your path from here, and you walk your path as you see fit. You cannot live your life for other people. If people really love you, it ain't gonna matter to them what you look like, what you read, what they see you watching on YouTube or talking about. All of that shit, it's not gonna matter. When love is there, and we can disagree on every point. But if there is a foundation of love there, ain't none of them points gonna change that love. So shift your focus from the people that you have experienced love through, and put your focus on the energy of love itself. And that energy comes from the mother, from the great mother. That is the energy of Mother Earth, that supports us and grounds us, that holds you each day that you get up and you get on that ground and you drive in your vehicle. That's the energy of Mother Earth. Even when you're flying up in the air, it is the energy of Mother Earth that's keeping you safe. It is the electromagnetic field that is keeping you safe. And I'm not going to get into science in here because, you know, I want to honor her mother's and grandmother's wishes. They were not really scientific people, you know. They were more so people of faith and spirituality. And they were huge believers in love, and they were huge believers in not being afraid to rock the boat, but to use wisdom and discernment. And so, Megan, this reading was inspired by you and the energy of your mother, your grandmother, and somehow I hope that you see this. And I hope that it inspires and encourages anyone else that sees this and it resonates with you. It's for you too. We are one. We have different ethnicities and nationalities and genders and all of that. But at the core essence of those who really have a soul, we are one. We are all extensions of the Creator, and we are all here experiencing this crazy reality, you know. But there is a oneness in this, and that's why this message may have resonated with you to the point where you feel like I did this reading for you. So don't doubt it. It was for you. If you felt like this was for you, it was for you. All right. Peace.